Starting today and for the rest of this week, we'll be bringing you a series of 4 reports from Singapore on the city-state's water and garbage management. On the small and crowded main island, Singapore has to come up with some imaginative ways to use its limited resources in sustainable ways. In the first of our series, we'll look at the country's efforts to collect and recycle its precious water. Currently, Singapore has an agreement with Malaysia to supply it with water, but the link has been a source of conflict between the two countries, so Singapore is aiming to make its water system self-sufficient. Singapore, a tiny city-state with a population of nearly 5 million people, devotes 2/3 of its overcrowded land to water harvesting. In the Southeast Asian country, afternoon showers are commonplace. The problem is not a shortage of rainfall, but a lack of space to capture it. So these harvesting pools gather every drop that falls on Singapore. However, water harvesting can only satisfy 20% of the city-state's needs, which is why Singapore has signed deals with neighbouring Malaysia to supply it with water. The first agreement expires in 2011 and a second will run out in 2061. Tapping into the more stable source of the ocean that surrounds its islands, Singapore also has a desalination plant. Apart from water harvesting, importing and desalination, Singapore has developed a high-tech reclamation program that can turn sewage into drinkable new water. The system takes household and factory wastewater through underground drains to a treatment plant, from where some of the treated water is expelled into the sea, while the rest is taken to a reclamation facility to go through a 3-stage process. The first stage is microfiltration. Thin strands that look like noodles but are 1,000 times thinner than human hair take out suspended particles, bacteria and larger solids. The second stage is reverse osmosis, in which the water passes through layers of semi-permeable membranes that block anything bigger than water molecules. The result is good enough to drink, but to guarantee its quality, there's a final stage of UV disinfection, which zaps any remaining organisms.
After going through the 3 main processes, the pH level of this water will be a little low and acidic, so we add some sodium hydroxide to make it more alkaline. After restoring its pH balance, we pipe the water directly to our reservoirs or to our industrial zones.
The washing machines at this laundry use new water. The price is 52 cents cheaper than tap water, and the manager says the quality is better too.
Is it more soft?
Yeah, it's compared to the quality of the normal tap water, this one is better.
Oh.
Okay.
It won't hurt your...
No, nothing will happen to the clothes.
Currently, Singapore gets 30% of its water from reclamation, 20% from water harvesting and 10% from desalination. At 40%, most still comes from imports. But Singapore aims to produce enough new water to satisfy half its needs by 2060, the year before the next new agreement with Malaysia comes to an end. Forced by circumstances to develop reclamation technology, Singapore is hoping to reduce its dependence on imported water and use and reuse every available drop to its fullest potential.